Hey, listen, I want to inspire you to dream big and dream bigger. I've seen a lot of people when they're building something, they get into a maintenance stage, they get into a place of maintaining where they're at. And while that is important, it must strategically not happen at the expense of losing dreams and vision. And yet this happens often. When we build something big, we then have to try to sustain it, keep where we're at, and we stop dreaming for the bigger. We start getting more realistic about our goals. Here's the thing. The bigger that you dream, the bigger your vision is, accelerates the results and the success that you have. It's the simultaneous juxtapose holding two diametrically opposed opposite viewpoints in your mind at the same time. Maintaining what you have and dreaming big for impossibilities, things that are impossible to accomplish. I just listened to a podcast today. A guy was talking about he's a good friend with John Maxwell. If you know John Maxwell, who he is, leadership coach extraordinaire, incredible guy. He had them all watch a movie called The Bucket List, and he said it was on a Christian podcast, so he recommended maybe not watching it just because of some of the content of the movie. But he said this at the end of it. John Maxwell asked everybody, do you have a bucket list? And these were multi-millionaire entrepreneur people, high success people. So these aren't just people making $10, $20, $30,000. These are people making $10, $20, $30 million. And they all said, no, we don't have a bucket list. I stopped dreaming while I was maintaining my business. And so John Maxwell told them, make it, create a bucket list. And the biggest point of that is this. On your bucket list, there needs to be items that are literally impossible for you to complete in your lifetime. Because when you write them down, when you put your goals on a piece of paper, they will start to manifest, and they might be for further down the road. And when you make your dreams, when you make your vision bigger than just what can I accomplish, paying my bills, you see, just paying your own personal bills is selfish. But how can I help 1,000 other people pay their bills? How can I help 1,000,000 other people pay their bills? Make your dreams and your vision bigger than just your personal goals, your personal success. And in that, you will start to see further, look further towards your destiny, and your actions will follow the belief of that and point in that direction. Now, here's the other side of this, because I know that there's very success-minded people listening to this. You have to be focused. You have to be strategic. You have to be pinpoint accuracy on where you're aiming. Meaning, if you have 3 to 4 to 5 different things that you're looking at, dreaming about, you need to pick a direction and stay the course. See it through to fruition. See it through to the end. Yet so often people don't do this, and they hop from shiny object to shiny object, to dream to dream to dream. And then they lose their dreams. They lose their vision because they're maintaining what they have because they got burnt out on that activity, because they used the wrong framework. They had no focus. They had no discipline, and they didn't see something to completion. And so they decided to shrink their vision back to what they currently had presently in front of them. And that's what I've seen happen. It happens so often. It's happened to me multiple times in my life. I can point to the moments where I had dreams and vision and big clarity, and then I shrunk it back to maintenance. And then back to the dreams and vision. And as soon as the dream and vision came in place, there was actually an acceleration of what I was maintaining, what I was holding in my hand, maintaining to maintain, grew bigger and better, because bigger isn't always better. So it needs to sometimes be the same. It needs to be the same. It needs to be better, not just bigger. Growth needs to have a purpose. Growth needs to have a goal. Growth needs to have a place that it's aiming towards, a bullseye that it's trying to get to. The best way to maintain what you have right now and your success is to dream bigger than what you can imagine right now. And then go after that. And set systems in place, empower others to maintain for you so that you don't have to be so hands-on with it. And then go further. Keep developing your vision board. Keep writing things down. Bigger things, greater things, incredible things, whatever that is. And sometimes they might be impossible. The story that the man shared was this. He had a dream. It was on his bucket list to fly in a fighter jet, a military fighter jet. And there was a program that the military had that allowed civilians to do that. So he worked to do this. This is a true story. The guy who was sharing this on this podcast I was listening to. The program ended. The military shut down the program that allowed that, one of his bucket list dreams that he had for years, 10, 20 years. And it was actually impossible, but he kept it on his bucket list, that impossible dream that could not be accomplished without the heavens parting, without the Red Sea parting for him. I mean, how do you get the Pentagon to change their rules to help you in your dream and in your bucket list? And not all of our dreams are going to be selfish like that, but also have some personal dreams. Have dreams, maybe it's to do something, an experience, to help people, to help those that are in child sex trafficking, to help 100,000 people make $1 million, to have a Lamborghini, a Ferrari, a big house, whatever that is. But you have to put it into action. Have bigger dreams, and even the ones that are impossible. What happened was, the story was, the guy shared this dream in the story, and there were actually two generals of the military sitting in the audience when he shared it. And over the course of 6 months, they actually went to the Pentagon and got him a chance to do that. Something that was impossible by all natural vision. And yet it was also so personal to him. But sticking to that vision, writing it down, keeping it written down. A lot of people say, don't get your hopes up. That don't get your hopes up is because people are afraid of the responsibility that might happen if they do get their hopes up, the responsibility of having hope and maintaining hope. And they're afraid of what would happen if what they're responsible for doing. And they're afraid of what might happen if they don't. And so they dream small. They shrink their vision to the little tiny box that they're in of what they can see as possible for them. And some of you have done that yourself. You've shrunk your vision to just paying your bills, just paying off credit cards. And you're so focused on that. And that is a worthy focus. That's the right foundation, the right goal. But the wrong tools for the goal is to have a shrunken vision and a dream. And when you can grow your vision and your dream, when you can dream bigger and dream delusional, impossible dreams, maybe something even for your grandchildren, your life and your actions based on the belief of that will start to follow. And it might not be perfect for today. It might not be for right now, but it might even be for 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. Or maybe you've had dreams from 5, 10, 15, 20 years in the past that you laid down, that you're starting to have seeds of, vision of. Little things are popping up on your social media and you're seeing them. You're seeing them at the store. You're seeing them when you're watching television. And you're saying, what if I pick that up again? And then you let small vision shrink it back down to what's possible. Because you got kids, you got family, you got bills to pay. I want to encourage you to dream bigger. And if you want to learn how to do that, I have a podcast, the Grow Your Life podcast. This week I did an episode called You're Unlocking Your Unique Success Toolkit. And what it is I walk you through a process to unlock how to take those big dreams and vision, to take what you have in front of you and to have the right tools for the job. If you have a remote control and a marker and you're trying to change channels with a marker on your television, that's the wrong tool. You got the right goal, but the wrong tool. If you're trying to write on a whiteboard with a remote control, that's not going to do it. But if you just switch those two things, you already have the tools you need. You have everything that you need, and your life has been preparing you up to this moment in time to go after it, to dream bigger, and to take action, and to put one foot in front of the other with faith to accomplish it. But now you have a choice. Are you going to choose to stay where you are right now or go forward? So check out that podcast. Check out the episodes on my website, jeremiahkrakowski.com. I'll leave it in the comments and in the post. Grow your life, everybody, and we'll talk soon.